Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pachar and I am from class 5th. Today, my topic is from science. So, the habitats of animals. So, let's start. Habitat of animal is basically the specific place where an animal lives. Like, let's have an example. A whale. It lives in water. That means aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat. This is where a whale lives. There's 3 different types of habitats. So, let's get into it. First type, terrestrial. Terrestrial habitat is basically the habitat that tells about the people that live on top. That means on land. That is terrestrial. For example, mountains. There's mountains, there are the polar regions, and there are forests, etc. Many different types. So let's start with forests. Okay, forests. And forests are home to 80% of the terrestrial animals, like forest animals. There are bears, there are tigers, many elephants, monkeys, and etc. These animals live in the forests, and so they are known as forest animals. The monkeys live on trees, and the rest of them, like tiger, elephants, and bears, live on the forest floor. So, that was basically our terrestrial habitats in the forest. Next, we will talk about the polar regions. I can change. Polar regions. These are polar regions. These are the snow regions on the north and south, like a North Pole and South Pole, or Arctic and Antarctic. Let's talk about the North Pole. There are polar bears, there are walruses, many other animals live there also, like for example, let's say, yes, lion seals, seals, and etc. Many live on the North Pole. It's very cold out there, and there's many less land than the Arctic. So, let us talk about the South Pole. The South Pole has penguins. Many humans live there because there are research organizations in there. So There's penguins, there's walruses, many more walruses. There are many more creatures than like sea cucumbers. There are many more, like there's insects around there, real insects that can survive the cold. There are many animals on the South Pole because it's very large. That's the polar region. Now there's deserts. Let's say deserts. This entire is terrestrial, okay? Deserts. Deserts are very hard to live in. There is almost zero water over there. There's so less rainfall. There's no ground for the plants that grow around here. Like here, there are people plants, there are apple plants, there's banana trees, many more trees. There's only one thing, there's only two things over there. Cactuses. Let me make a photo. I guess they'll be like this. This will be the cactus. It has spikes on it. This is basically what a cactus is. It has a lot of spikes and stores and saves its water from getting transpirated into thin air by having spines, so no one can steal the water inside them. And many small shrubs, like the shrub of roses, and those shrubs that don't have any leaves that can grow in less water. The shrub of the desert is known as camel. Many more live there. Camels, scorpions, they give me the creeps. Then there are very desert snakes like the rattlesnake. The western lands is wet over there. There are many more animals that we can breed over there, like because of the Saudi Arabian area. There are also cows, even though it's in deserts, but they don't actually live in the main part of the desert. These three are the most common animals that live in the desert. They can live because camels can live 30 days without water. 30 days. And even more astonishing, 100 days without food. These camels, scorpions, they barely even need food. There are insects there there's many more like geckos, there's lizards, there's some giant lizard people that look like Komodo dragons. That is the entire desert. Now let's come to the other type. Let's say no more terrestrial. Use all the other terrestrial, not that important. Well, land animals also hibernate. Well, hibernation means that some animals don't save their temperature and their power to survive just sleeping. They just sleep the entire winter. That's hibernation. Now we can go to the next. It's aquatic animals. These are aquatic animals. Now, aquatic animals have two types. Saltwater, that's salt for short, and freshwater. Let's say fresh. Okay, fine, water. And saltwater. These are the two types of aquatic animals. Let's start by saltwater. In saltwater, there's whales. There are many more, there's so many examples. There's sharks. There are salmon. There's more like octopuses, squids, and etc. So many people live on the saltwater. Now in saltwater, there's dolphins, there's sea lions, there's so many examples of salt water. Now, that's enough for salt water. Now let's go to freshwater. Freshwater, many less people, like salmon, baby salmon. Then there's more, like examples of catfish. Then there's even more. There's so much. So much animals that also live in freshwater, but less than saltwater. Now, that's enough for aquatic animals. Let's erase it. Now, there are 3 types of animals that I want to discuss in this video. Carnivores that eat meat, and like, for example, so much examples there are. And then there are herbivores that just eat plants, and omnivores that eat both plants and then there's scavengers that eat dead animals. These are the 4 definitions I wanted you. I want you to note down what I read today. I hope you like today's content. And without any further ado, I'm ending this video right now. I hope we'll meet another day. One day I'll get another topic, and okay, let's see. So now, without any further ado, I'm ending this video right now. I hope you like today's content. Like I said before, bye and thank you for watching today's video.